Happy Saturday, folks. I drove into farmer's market this morning. Graham's pretty lucky to have a farmer's market. Lots of good people. We today, I think our discussion should be about courage. Courage is heavy on my mind today because I'm a little upset about Houston canceling the Republican convention. They allowed the Floyd funeral, but canceling the Republican convention. And I immediately started sending some messages saying, what are we going to do about this? As a conservative Republican, I wanted to know, what are we going to do about this? Oh, we're going to sue Houston. Okay, great. I'm sure we need to sue because we need to get some return on deposits and whatnot. But what's that going to help us right now? Seriously? So I started thinking about the courage and the stepping up, and I started thinking about conversations I've had with friends and family over the last few months. And I had a conversation with a special friend yesterday, and he said, I'm upset that we're silent, that the conservative Republicans are silent. And I said, I think it's a lack of courage. I think it's a lack of courage. So I know Chad Prather has stepped off and said, hey, I'm running for governor. And I love Chad. I think Chad is real, and I think Chad is very smart. I'm interested to see what other sensible people are going to try to step up and run. I would love to have to do my research on candidates and sensible people. I think when the governor did his ordinance, he put in there that the county judge and the mayors can offer permits for gatherings over, I can't remember all the details, 10 or 20 people. Well, then that gave Houston the right to cancel us. And that's just not right. It's not right. And I want to know where the courage is that we're going to step up and say, no. If you can do the riots and you can do the Floyd funerals, no. So some other acts of courage that I have seen, there are a couple. I'd love to give a courage medal to Dr. Martin because he stepped up to be our county health physician on record and take care of all this reporting and pandemic and organize all the testing and communicate. That is a lot of courage. I'd also give a lot of courage to Tony Ramirez because he steps up and walks into city council meetings to listen and any event that he can just to communicate to the public. Those are acts of courage. They don't have to be on the front line of a declared war. But if you sit in your home and think that there's not a war going on right now, you're wrong. We have a war going on. And I want to know where the courage is to fight what we believe in, especially here in Texas. I've said it before. Texas is such a huge icon, and it can lead the country. That's how important Texas is in the United States. So, as a Texan, how are we going to lead the United States out of this mess? Because right now, I'm not seeing us lead it very well. I would ask all of the senators and all of the representatives and all of the county judges and all of the sheriffs to step up and speak the mind of their communities and make statements declaring what do the people want. We, the people, need to tell them what we want. So, here in Young County, we're pretty blessed, but there are 254 counties in this state, and I challenge every single one of them to step up as leaders and declare. I know Parker County said, hey, we're not doing this mandate in our county. There are some other sheriffs that have stepped up publicly and said, no, I'm not forcing this mandate. I want everyone to reach out to their House rep, their state senate, their sheriffs, their county judge, their mayors, in a very respectful tone, very respectful. And I want y'all to tell them, what is it you want? Offer solutions, offer ideas. It must be in a respectful tone, because let me tell you what happens when you're disrespectful. Your message gets clouded. Your message is not received. And when you use name-calling vocabulary that is off of a playground, then it shows that your education didn't get past the 6th grade. So let's use honorable words, respectful words, but let's find our courage and let's step up. Let's start flooding them with what we want. Because if we flood them with courage, then they'll have the courage to step out and say, I've got my people. We the people, this is what they want, and I'm standing up for them. Because a lot of times when you're in a public position, you're unsure of everything your people want. But if the majority will flood their comments and their opinions to the correct avenues, then we can start increasing the courage of Texas. And the silent people can start speaking up and being represented. Okay, y'all have a great weekend.